bridge together, layering the stones side by side. I thought we were weathering storms in the weather, with nowhere for secrets to hide. But I looked to my left and the space was just air. You were standing a mile back at the start. I was carrying the weight, I was saying the prayer, while you kept a shield round your heart. I was reading a book that you never opened. I was singing a duet for one. I was fixing the things that you didn't know broken before we had even begun. And oh, it's a heavy kind of silence to realize the truth in the bone, that I wasn't just lonely in spite of you. I was simply loving alone. I was holding your hand, but you weren't holding mine. I was tracing a map with no finish line. It wasn't a tragedy of two hearts that died. It was just me on the losing side. Yeah, I loved alone. There's no way of knowing and no way of telling if I ever meant always to you. They say it takes two to make a mistake, and it takes two to make a heartbreak. But what do you call it when only one tries? When one person lives while the other one lies in the safety of staying detached. The fire was mine, but you held the match. It's a heavy kind of silence to realize the truth in the bone, that I wasn't just lonely in spite of you. I was simply loving alone. I was holding your hand, but you weren't holding mine. I was tracing a map with no finish line. It wasn't a tragedy of two hearts that died. It was just me on the losing side. Yeah, I loved alone. The only one there at the altar. I was the only one keeping a spark. Now I'm the only one left in the dark. You didn't leave because you never arrived. I'm the only one who didn't survive the love I had for you. I loved alone. I loved alone. I'm the person you call when you're lonely, but never the one that you keep. I'm the secret you tell to the shadows, or right before you drift off to sleep. I'm the hand that you hold in the darkness, that you let go of when there's a light. I'm a beautiful, almost never quite made it to right. I'm standing on the doorstep of your heart with a key that doesn't turn the lock, watching you build up a world with him while I'm just a shadow on your block. And it's killing me being this close, like a ghost at the edge of the bed. I'm the maybe next time you promised, and then I love you, you never said. I'm the ghost of a chance, a flicker of hope, but not at the end of a fraying rope. It's a different kind of heartbreak to endure, being almost yours, but never quite sure. I know the coffee you like in the morning, and the way that you hide when you cry. I've memorized every detail of a life I'm not allowed to buy. You lean on my shoulder for comfort, then you go home to sleep in his arms. And I'm just a good friend who listens while you're setting off all my alarms. Almost is a lonely place to live, giving everything I have to give to a person who's already taken, leaving me hollow and shaken. I'm the runner-up in a race of one. So far, I can feel the distance. I'm a footnote in your happy ending, while I'm dying for a bit of your existence. I was almost there, I was almost yours, but almost is just another way of saying never. Almost yours, never mine. I've been staring at the loveless glass screen until my eyes are burning red and blue, watching that little cursor blink in between the things I wanna say and the ghost of you. I set my heart in a paragraph or two, detail the ways I'm falling apart. Now I'm just watching the timestamp turn into a weapon that's pointed straight at my heart. Three little dots appear like a spark, and they vanish back into the gray. And There's nothing but static waiting there. Yeah, I'm left on red, left in the cold, with a million stories that'll never be told. It's a digital silence, a high-tech goodbye. Seen at the bottom is a punch to the eye. You have the words, you're holding the key, but you're choosing the quiet over me. It's the loudest nothing I've ever heard, being killed by a man who won't say a word. My battery's dying, the screen's going black. I'm finally realizing you're not coming back. You saw my heart, you read my pain, and you just let it sit there, out in the rain. Status delivered to be found, left on red, just red. I spent a lifetime building altars to your name, just to watch you like the merchant fan, the flame. I was the foundation, the ground beneath your feet, while you were just a summer storm, a temporary heat. You left me in the rubble, you left me in the dust, with a mouth full of ashes and a heart full of rust. But the thing about a ruin, the thing about the fall, is you finally see the sky when you lose the wall. You thought you left me broken, a pile of jagged stone. You thought I'd stay down here shivering alone, but you forgot that marble only shines under the blade. And I'm reclaiming every single promise that you made, because I was built to rise, I was made to soar. I'm finding all the strength I never had before. The higher that you drop me, the further I can go. I'm a forest fire starting underneath the snow. Go ahead and keep the pieces that you stole away. They were just the heavy parts that got in my way. I'm gravity defying, I'm a masterpiece in disguise. I wasn't built to break, I was built to rise. I'm picking up the fragments of the girl I used to be, but I'm fitting them together differently. You see, there's a golden thread of healing in every single crack, and I'm walking forward now, I'm never looking back. The architecture's changing, the pillars are more strong. I've rewritten the melody of a victim's lonely song. You were just a wrecking ball that helped me clear the sight for skyscraper, reaching for the morning light. Watch the smoke clear, watch the sun break through. I'm the only thing The higher that you drive me, the further I can go. I'm a forest fire starting underneath the snow. Go ahead and keep the pieces that you stole away. They were just the heavy parts that got in my way. I'm gravity defiant, I'm a masterpiece in disguise. I wasn't built to break, I was built to rise. Higher than the heartache, stronger than the no. Watch how far a heart can actually go. From the bottom of the valley to the peak of the prize, I'm rising. Yeah, I'm built to rise. Unbreakable. I used to think that love was something you bestowed, like a favor or a treasure at the end of the road. I spent my nights begging for a crumb of your grace, trying to find my value in the look on your face. I let you be the judge, I let you be the king, while I was just a ghost, just a silent broken thing. But the throne you built for yourself was made of hollow lies, and I'm finally seeing through these salt-stained eyes. Didn't see the gold beneath the dust and the debris. Didn't see the power that was hiding inside me. You tried to keep me low so you could feel like you were tall, but a queen is still a queen even after the fall. Now I'm putting the crown on my head tonight. I don't need your shadow to know that I'm light. It's a heavy kind of glory, it's a silver kind of pain, but I'm reclaiming the kingdom you tried to restrain. The jewels are my tears and the gold is my soul. And finally the one who is in control. I'm done waiting for a hand that only wants to see me bleed. I'm the only coronation that I'm ever gonna need. Yeah, put the crown on me. There's a different kind of quiet when you finally walk away from the person who told you that you'd never be okay. I'm sweeping up the pieces of the heart you left behind, but I'm finding diamonds that you never could find. I'm my own protector, I'm my own sacred ground. I don't need a prince to feel like I'm fine. Oh, the scepter in my hand is the strength to say no, and the boundary I'm building is starting to show. Long live the girl who survived the dark. Long live the girl who protected the spark. I'm ruling over silence, I'm ruling over fear. The only voice that matters is the one that I hear right Yeah, I'm putting the crown on it tonight. I don't need your shadow to know that I'm light. It's a heavy kind of glory, it's a silver kind of pain, but I'm reclaiming the kingdom you tried to restrain. The jewels are my tears and the gold is my soul. And finally the one who is in control. I'm not waiting for a hand that only wants to see me bleed. I'm the only coronation that I'm ever gonna need. Yeah, put the crown on me. It's a little bit lonely on a throne made of truth. the rain of eyes just beginning to be. Bow down to the healing, bow down to the free. I put the crown on me. I used to check the weather in the reflection of your eyes to see if I was allowed to shine or if I had to be the rain. I stayed in the lines of the life you designed, searching for a yes inside the quiet of my pain. I asked for your time like it was a loan I couldn't pay, and I waited for the green light just to find my own way. But the gate was always locked and the key was in your pocket, while my heart was just a bird trying to break out of the socket. I was a passenger in the car of my life, checking the map to see if I was causing any strife. But I'm stepping out now, right into the middle of the road, and I'm dropping every burden that you told me was my load. I don't need permission to breathe, I don't need a whole past to be. I'm taking back the air that belongs only to me. You don't have to sign the papers for me to finally stand. I'm a sovereign nation, I'm my own piece of land. I'm done asking for the space that I already own. I'm done waiting for a signal from a disconnected phone. The chains are just shadows and the door is wide open. I'm taking the no and I'm leaving it broken. I don't need permission to be free. I'm wearing the dress that you said was too loud. I'm speaking my truth even if it draws a crowd. I'm not looking for a nod or a wink of approval. I've put your expectations in a pile for removal. It's a terrifying thing when the cage door swings and you realize you're the one who's in charge of your wings. I don't care if you like it, I don't care if you agree, because your validation is a debt that I'm finally free. No more may I, no more is it okay. I'm the architect of my own brand new day. I'm not a fragment, I'm not a part. I'm the master and the commander of this beating heart. I don't need permission to breathe, I don't need a whole past to be. I'm taking back the air that belongs only to me. You don't have to sign the papers for me to finally stand. I'm a sovereign nation, I'm my own piece of land. I'm done asking for the space that I already own. I'm done waiting for a signal from a disconnected phone. The chains are just shadows and the door is wide open. I'm taking the no and I'm leaving it broken. I don't need permission to be free. You can keep your opinions, you can keep your I don't think so. I'm already gone and I've got nowhere to go. But the answer is already inside of me. I didn't ask, I just decided to be. No permission. has a way of telling truths I try to hide. It sees the hollow spaces where the laughter used to reside. I paint a color on my lips and I brush away the gray. But there's a girl behind the glass who knows I'm not okay. She sees the way I linger by the phone when it's still. She knows I'm only eating just to say I have the will. I tell the world I'm moving on, that I've finally broken through. But she's the only witness to the way I'm missing you. I can fool the neighbors and the people on the street. I can pretend I'm standing on my own two steady feet. But when the lights go out and the theater is closed, the girl inside the shadow is the one who's truly exposed. She knows that I'm lying when I say I've reached the end. She knows that I'm breaking even when I say I'm in. She hears the quiet crying that never makes a sound. She knows I'm still waiting for a love that's no longer found. I can wear her 1,000 masks, I can play 1,000 roles, but she's the one who's counting all the fire, black and coals. The world sees a survivor, a heart that's grown so tough. But she knows I haven't had enough. She remembers how you tasted, how you felt against my skin. She's the keeper of the secrets that I won't let anyone in. She knows the exact second when they always turn to gone, and why I'm still afraid to face the coming of the dawn. I tell my friends I'm better, I say I'm doing great, but she sees the way I'm buckling under all this heavy weight. She knows I've got your sweater tucked beneath the bottom drawer, and that I'm still listening for your key inside the door. It's an exhausting game of hide and seek with my own soul, trying to convince the half that I'm actually the whole. But she's got a photographic memory of the pain, and she won't let me forget how much I've lost inside the rain. She knows that I'm lying when I say I've reached the end. She knows that I'm breaking even when I say I'm in. She hears the quiet crying that never makes a sound. She knows I'm still waiting for a love that's no longer found. I can wear 1,000 masks, I can play 1,000 roles, but she's the one who's counting all the fire, black and coals. The world sees a survivor, a heart that's grown so tough. But she knows I haven't had enough. I'm a master of the fine, a scholar of the okay, but she's the truth that's waiting at the end of every day. I can't run from her, she's the shadow in my bones. She knows I'm not fine. She knows I'm alone. She knows. I spent so long living in the corners of the room, wrapped in the velvet of If I kept the shutters tight, I could protect the embers from the middle of the night. You told me I was fragile, like a porcelain design, that I needed your permission just to let my spirit shine. But the darkness was a teacher, and the cold was just a test. And I found a hidden engine beating deep inside my chest. The walls are falling downward, the dust is clearing out. I'm silencing the whispers of a lifetime spent in doubt. I used to tremble at the wind, I used to fear the rain, but now I'm using every spark I gathered from the pain. And now it's a fearless glow, it's a fearless light. I'm burning through the shadows of a long and lonely night. You can't put out a fire that was born inside the storm. I don't need your sun to keep my shivering spirit warm. It's a quiet kind of power, it's a steady kind of grace. I'm finally looking destiny right back in the face. I'm not afraid of failing, I'm not afraid to show the beauty of a woman with a fearless glow. I'm stepping off the shoreline, I'm waiting in the keep my shoulders tucked, trying not to take up space. Looking for my definition in the lines upon your face. I live my life on bended knee, praying for a sign that I was worth the air I breathe, that I was truly mine. You love me like a bonsai tree, pruned and kept so small, telling me the world was cruel and I was bound to fall. But roots can crack through concrete when they've nowhere left to go. And I've been growing in the dark where you couldn't see the show. The weight you put upon me was meant to keep me down, but it only made my spirit strong enough to take the crown. I'm shedding every I can and every what if fear. The view is getting clearer now, the fog has started to clear. And I'm gonna stand taller than the mountains of my past. I'm building up a courage that was always meant to last. The higher that you push me, the more I learn to climb. I'm taking back my power, and I'm taking back my time. I'm not a broken daughter, I'm not a ghost of us. I'm a monument of healing, rising out of all the dust. Watch me reach the canopy, watch me touch the sky. I'm gonna stand taller until the day I die. I'm looking down at the valley where I spent so many years, watering the garden with the salt of all my tears. I thought that was the whole world, that little patch of gray, but I can see the ocean now, 1,000 miles away. There's no one here to shush me, no one to dim the light. I'm owning every inch of me, I'm owning every height. I'm wearing my scars like medals, shining in the sun. The battle with the old me is finally truly won. It's a long way up from the bottom of the floor, but I'm not that shaky girl behind the door anymore. I've got the wind beneath my wings, I've got the earth beneath my feet, and I'm finally finding out that the victory is sweet. And I'm gonna stand taller than the mountains of my past. I'm building up a courage that hotels just to keep the peace at home. In the shadow of your anger, I felt so small and so alone. I wore the flats to stay real low. I didn't wanna spark a fight. I lived a life in grayscale, trying to stay out of your sight. You thought you crushed the spirit of the girl you used to know, but there's a diamond falling underneath the weight of every blow. The floorboards used to tremble when you entered through the door, but I'm the one who's making all the noise across the floor. I'm trading in the silence for a sharp and steady sound. Looking down on the wreckage of the lies you tried to sell. I'm stepping over memories of that quiet, lonely hell. This isn't about fashion, and it isn't about pride. It's about the iron lady who was trapped for years inside. Every step I take is a note of all your eyes. I'm eating every challenge with these clear and steady eyes. I used to hide my stature so you wouldn't feel so small, but I'm done shrinking down just to make you feel tall. One step for the girl who was scared to speak. One step for the days when I felt so weak. One step for the future, one step for the soul. I'm finally the one who is in control. There's power in these heels, can you hear the rhythm now? I'm walking out the exit and I'm taking back my vow. It's a click, it's a clack, it's the sound of moving on. I'm 2 inches closer to the light of the dawn. You can't reach my heart from the level where you stand. I'm a tower of a woman with the world in my hand. I'm rising up, I'm stepping out, I'm finally feeling real. There's a brand new kind of power in the click of every heel. Click, clack, clack, I'm never looking back. Click, clack, I'm on the right track. I'm standing tall, the sound of my footsteps finally loud in my I look at the marks on the hallway wall, the places I stumbled, the ghosts of the fall. There were nights I was sure I'd run out of breath, in a silence that felt like a slow kind of death. You took all the color and you took all the light, and you left me to bargain with the middle of the night. The house is still shaking from the words that you threw, but I'm looking at the wreckage and I'm looking at you. The wind tried to break me, the fire tried to burn. I got scars for every lesson I was forced to learn. You thought I was paper, you thought I would fold, but you didn't know the iron that a heart can hold. And I'm still standing after the storm. The blood in my veins is fine. dust to settle, the rain is clear. I'm the only thing that's left to be feared. Standing tall, standing true. I'm still standing. Still standing. I remember the day you looked me in the eye and told me I'd be nothing if we said goodbye. You bet on my failure, you counted on my fear. You left a map of misery and told me stay right here. I was a bird with clipped wings, shivering in the cold, believing every bit of lie that I was ever told. But you underestimated the power of the spark that stays alive in someone who is left out in the dark. You wanted a tragedy, you wanted a ghost, you wanted to be the one who hurt me the most. But the script has been flipped and the ink is finally dry. Now I'm the only limit in my own endless sky. So pull up a chair and take a front row seat, since you're so convinced that I'm built for defeat. Turn up the lights, let the curtains begin, show you the part where I finally win. It's not about revenge and it's not about the pain, it's about the way I'm dancing in the middle of the rain. I'm the champion of the hearts you try to pin. Now stand back, baby, and watch me. It's a smile on my face that you can't wipe away. It's the once upon a time that turned into today. So pull up a chair and take a front row seat, since you're so convinced that I'm built for defeat. Turn up the lights, let the curtains begin, show you the part where I finally win. It's not about revenge and it's not about the pain, it's about the way I'm dancing in the middle of the rain. I'm the champion of the hearts you try to pin. Now stand back, baby, and watch me win. Watch me win, watch me rise. See the fire that's burning in my 2022 eyes. I'm the finish line, I'm the gold, I'm the greatest story that's ever been told. Take a good look, because I'm gone. Watch me win. I was a garden you tried to pave, a restless ocean you told to behave. You wanted me quiet, you wanted me like a painted bird on a windowsill. You clipped in my edges and you trimmed my vine because you were afraid of a life so divine. You called me too much, you called me a mess just to make me feel small in my own Sunday dress. But you can't trap the lightning in a mason jar, and you can't tell a shadow how to be a star. I'm breaking the glass and I'm crossing the line, reclaiming the spirit that was always mine. Because I'm wild and I'm worthy, I'm fire and bone, I'm a kingdom of beauty that I rule alone. I'm the wind in the canyon, the salt in the sea, and I don't need your light to be proud of me. You thought I was broken, but I'm just untamed, a beautiful fever that cannot be named. I'm rising up early, I'm finished with early, I'm finally wild and I'm finally worthy. I'm letting my hair catch the dust and the sun. The race to please you is finally done. I'm wearing my flaws like a crown made of gold. I'm a story of power that's just being told. I'm talking too loud and I'm taking up space with a smile that you'll never be able to erase. There's a howl in my heart that is starting to wake, and it's stronger than any heart you could break. The mountains don't ask for permission to stand. The rivers don't apologize to the land. I am a force, I am a flood. I've got the spirit of wolves in my blood. Look at the fields, look at the sky. I'm exactly the same as the hawks flying high. Untouchable, unstoppable, beautifully free. I'm wild, and God, I'm worthy. answer to the titles that you gave me. Sweetheart, darling, or just a part of us. I let your voice become the wind that moved me, while I turn my own identity to dust. I learned to love the sound of your opinion and forget the way I used to speak my mind. I was a citizen in your dominion, leaving my own history behind. But the silence in this house is getting louder since the day you took your keys and walked away. And beneath the smoke and all the faded powder, I found a word I haven't said in many a day. And it's the sound of my own name falling from my lips, like a secret kept for years behind my teeth. It's the healing in the burn, the mending of the ribs, finding who was always hiding underneath. It's not yours or theirs or only half a soul. It's the syllables that make me finally whole. I'm whispering it now until the fear is gone. My own name is how I'll face the dawn. I'm signing papers with a hand that doesn't tremble, reintroducing me to all my friends. I'm done with all the ways I dissemble just to reach your means and me your hands. I'm looking at my driver's license photo and seeing someone I haven't seen in years. A girl who had a dream, a girl who had a motto before she drowned it in 1,000 salty tears. It's more than just a label, it's a prayer. It's the oxygen inside the morning air. It's the first brick in the house I'm gonna build. It's the empty space that's finally being twice. It's the only thing that's worth a heavy price. I'm not a ghost, I'm not a memory on a shelf. I'm finally calling out to myself. You watched the rafters fall and heard the windows crack. You left me in the center and you never looked back. You thought the heat would turn my spirit into ash, that I'd be buried in the smoke and a sudden crash. You spent a lifetime trying to dampen down my light, setting fires in the hallway in the middle of the night. But there's a secret that the furnace always knew: some things don't wither just because you want them to. The walls are black and the floor is cold, but there's a story here that's waiting to be told. You can burn the pictures and the clothes upon the line, but you can't touch the part of me that's truly divine. Because I got a fireproof heart and a fireproof soul. You thought you broke the spirit, but I'm finally whole. The flames only burned away the things I didn't need. I'm rising from the embers at a terrifying speed. You can turn up the heat, you can fan every spark, but I'm the only light that's left standing in the dark. I've walked through the hell that you tried to control, and I'm coming out the other side with a fireproof soul. Looking upward at a 2025 sky. You can't destroy what you didn't create. I'm the master of my flame and the master of my with a fireproof soul. Not a single burn, not a single scar, just a brilliant light of a dying star, coming back to life, cool to the touch. You never really mattered all that much. I'm fireproof. I spent years apologizing for the space I took, hid it in my pages like a half-finished book. I try to be the sugar when you wanted something tart, changing every rhythm of my wild and heavy heart. I climbed the highest mountains just to prove that I could be the version of a woman that you wanted me to see. But the goalposts kept on moving and the light began to fade, until I didn't recognize the person that I made. I was starving for a good enough that never seemed to come, beating on a hollow chest like a broken-hearted drum. But the silence finally told me what the mirror never could, that I'm not a project to be fixed or understood. I was born enough, I was born complete. I don't need you catch me at all. But my softness is my power and my spirit is a flood. I've got the strength of every woman flowing through my blood. I'm taking back the sorries that I wasted on your pride. I'm letting out the giant that was locked away inside. I'm not a work in progress for you to criticize and mold. I'm the greatest legend that has ever been told. I don't need a pedestal, I don't need a stage. I'm not a bird in a gilded cage. I'm the air, I'm the ocean, I'm the mountain and the sea. And I'm perfectly, beautifully just me. Yeah, I was born enough, I was born complete. I don't need your approval to make my life sweet. I'm not a half-empty vessel or a puzzle with a piece missing. I'm done with the begging and the constant dismissing. I'm a masterpiece of stardust. I'm a story in the rough, and I'm finally realizing I was always born enough. Before I met you, I was enough. While I lost you, I was enough. And as I stand here now in 2025, I am more than enough. Not because of what I do, but because of who I am. Born enough, born enough, born enough. I used to wait for the storm to pass, huddling in the hall, counting all the ways you said that I was bound to fall. I let your whispers be the gravity that pulled me to the ground. A quiet girl in a loud world waiting to be found. But the rain didn't drown me, it only washed the slate. And I'm tired of playing small and leaving my life to fade. You were the anchor, but I'm the rising tide. And there's nowhere left for the old me to hide. You thought you saw a candle flickering in the breeze, something you could snuff out with the greatest of ease. But you didn't see the engine, you didn't see the soul that takes 1,000 heartbreaks and makes them into a whole. Now look at the horizon, look at the degree of the fire burning bright in the center of me. I'm a runaway train, I'm a mountain on the move. I got nothing left to fear and nothing left to prove. You can build a wall of stone, you can try to cut the line, but you can't stop a spirit that was built to be divine. I'm breaking every limit, I'm finally set free. Get used to the shadow of the unstoppable me. I'm taking all the no's and I'm turning them to watch. I'm the finish line, you thought that I would never reach your touch. I've traded in the sorries for a voice that's loud and clear. I'm the only one who decides if I'm allowed to say right. unstoppable me. Unstoppable, 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 unstoppable. I'm the motion, I'm the light, I'm the only thing that's moving in the middle of the night. Watch me go, watch me be. Unstoppable me. I used to think that power was a shout or a slam door, that being strong and being loud I wanted even more. I thought I had to turn a stone to keep from feeling pain. But since you left I found a truth that lives within the bone, a different kind of courage in the hours I'm alone. It's not the thunder in the sky that makes the flowers grow, it's the quiet steady falling of the water down below. I don't have to scream to prove I'm getting through the night. I don't have to set a fire just to find a little light. There's a grace in how I'm breathing, a mercy in my tears, a gentle way facing all the ghosts of all these years. And I'm becoming strong softly, like the dawning of the sun, mending every broken thread until the work is done. I'm not breaking like a window, I'm bending like a tree, learning how to love the parts that you can never see. It's a quiet revolution, it's a heartbeat in the dark. I'm finding all my power in the smallest, simplest spark. No more armor, no more weapons, no more walls to keep me lonely. I'm learning how to stand my ground, strong softly. Speaking with a whisper, but the world is listening now. I found a way to honor every broken-hearted vow. I'm letting down my guard and letting in the morning air, finding strength in being open, finding peace in every prayer. Thought my kindness was a weakness you could use and then discard, but it takes a lot of muscle, keep a heart from getting hard. I'm a river moving mountains, one pebble at a time, turning every sorry into something quite sublime. It's the strength of a mother, the power of a sigh, the courage of a wing that's finally learning how to fly. I'm vulnerable and vibrant, I'm fragile and I'm fierce, with a spirit that the sharpest words can never truly pierce. Yeah, I'm becoming strong softly, like the dawning of the sun, mending every broken thread until the work is done. I'm not breaking like a window, I'm bending like a tree, learning how to love the parts that you can never see. It's a quiet evolution, it's a heartbeat in the dark. I'm finding all my power in the smallest, simplest spark. No more armor, no more weapons, no more walls to keep me lonely. Yeah, I'm becoming strong softly, like the dawning of the sun, mending every broken thread until the work is done. I'm not breaking like a window, I'm bending like a tree, learning how to love the parts that you could never see. It's a quiet source of comfort is inside. In 2025, I finally found my way. I'm strong enough to be gentle today. Strong softly, strong softly, strong softly. I'm sleeping up the diamonds that you thought were only glass, watching every shadow of your hollow empire pass. You spent a lifetime trying to make me sit beside your throne, but you never realized I had a kingdom of my own. I traded in my silence for a voice that's made of gold. I'm rewriting every story that the world has ever told. You saw a girl in mourning, someone you could easily break, but you didn't see the power in a breath I had to take. The mirror doesn't lie to me the way it used to do. I see a vision standing there that's far away from you. I've walked through the valley, I've survived the bitter cold, and now I'm wearing every scar like it's a crown to hold. Because I'm stepping into queen energy, I'm ruling from within. I'm finished with the battles that I wasn't meant to win. I don't need your validation or a seat at your table. I'm the author of my life and I'm finally stable. It's a majestic kind of healing, it's a royal kind of grace. I'm reclaiming every corner of my heart and in my space. Bow down to the woman who is finally set free. I'm vibrating on a level of clean energy. I'm walking with a posture that was built by every fall. I'm the architect of boundaries and I'm standing through it all. You can't reach my frequency from the level where you stay. I've burned the bridge to yesterday and I'm miles away. My worth isn't a trophy, it isn't something you can own. I'm the sovereign of my soul and I'm sitting on my throne. In 2025, I'm finally breathing in the light. I'm the sun that's rising upward in the middle of the night. Long live the girl who learned to love herself. No more sitting like a statue on a shelf. I'm the scepter, I'm the spirit, I'm the fire in the veins. I'm the one who's finally holding all the reins. Yeah, I'm stepping into clean energy. I'm ruling from within. I'm finished with the battles that I wasn't meant to win. I don't need your validation or a seat at your table. I'm the author of my life and I'm finally stable. It's a majestic kind of healing, it's a royal kind of grace. I'm reclaiming every corner of my heart and of my space. Bow down to the woman who is finally set free. I'm vibrating on a level of clean energy. The rain is just beginning, the crown is staying on. I'm the owner of the evening and the daughter of the dawn. Unstoppable, immovable. waiting for a maybe or a reason not to fall. I studied every silence, I memorized your moods, while starving for a kindness in these lonely altitudes. I try to be the answer to a question you won't ask, but I'm tired of the theater and I'm heavy with the mask. I looked into the mirror at the ghost I had become, and I realized that the heart I saved was only beating for one. I'm letting go of the anchor that was dragging me deep. I'm reclaiming the promises I was never meant to keep. The exit sign is glowing like a star I finally see, and for the first time in a lifetime, the air belongs to me. And I choose me, even if it's lonely for a while. I'm trading the heartache for the ghost of my own smile. I'm walking out of us so I can finally find my way. I'm picking up the pieces they threw into the gray. It's a different kind of sorry, it's a different kind of weak, but I'm finally putting out before the you that used to be. The door is wide open and the truth is finally free. Tonight I choose me. I'm taking back my Sundays and the songs you used to hate. I'm done with all the begging and the standing at the gate. You won't recognize the woman who is walking through the door, because I don't need your light to find my way across the floor. I used to think that losing you would be the end of time, but staying in this hollow love was the only real crime. I'm falling for the person that I haven't seen in years, and she's beautiful and vibrant, even through the salty tears. I am my own sanctuary, I am my own home. I am a masterpiece that's meant to stand alone. I don't need your permission to be happy or to heal. I'm finally leaning into everything I feel. Choose me. In the quiet of December,